The South African Commercial Catering and Allied Workers Union, Saccawu, has kicked off its national strike at the Massmart group today, which has an impact on some 229 stores under the retail and warehousing giant. The strike comes in the middle of South Africa's busiest shopping period as customers cash in on Black Friday deals. The national strike relates to grievances around wages and changes to working conditions. Here to discuss further, we're joined now by the Second Deputy President of Saccawu, Mike. Mike, good evening, and thank you very much for your time. The expectation was at least 18,000 of your members would participate today. What was the turnout?
We just reached over the mark of about 6,000. But as I'm speaking to you now, there were those who were gradually joining. It was a little bit slow in the morning, and it grew towards the midday and towards the afternoon.
Does this turnout in any way indicate the reluctance of some of the members to participate? Because I tell you what, Massmart are saying that their employees at least are showing that a huge number of them want to accept the 4%. However, they are intimidated by Saccawu.
We've during the weekend, from the beginning of some of this interview, we have indicated that we don't intimidate any employee. We have indicated that we've been consulting fast throughout the month, and we've been getting mandate. We couldn't have, if we were not having support, we couldn't have agreed on this date. We could have looked at another date. But however, the indication today has demonstrated that all the tricks of the company that is been trying to apply has failed them. They couldn't have been sending letters and complaining about disruption in certain of their store if we never got support of our members. If our members never wanted to go out on strike, we couldn't been sitting here with threats that they might take legal action because our members are disrupting their business.
Yeah. Your members, of course, accepting that in participation in this labor action, they could possibly be losing 25% or more of their wages for November.
It's well known. It's a fact that we know that is in terms of our Labor Relations Act, number 65, as amended in 1996, has got a clause in it that says in an illegal strike there are three things. It's lockout, no work, no pay, and picketing. So our members are fully aware. They were made aware that the strike, it's no work, no pay. And it's not for the first time that our members are taking the strike in this company. They have taken a strike previously. They know that the situation will be no work, no pay.
And in terms of the timing of the strike, do you think it is a helpful approach to particularly embark on the strike at this time when your members could possibly be maximizing sales and therefore their commission-based earnings?
But the problem is that you maximize sales for dividends of shareholders. Shareholders will go to the bank smiling while our members will go home without anything. They have been making sales all along, and they have never come back to us and said we are happy because we have made sales and our bank balance are equivalent to the management. It has never happened before. And the reason why members are joining the union, they are not joining the union for sentimental values. They are joining the union for the union to make sure that their working conditions are better. Not what is happening currently, where you see our normal 45 hours workers who have worked for this company for over 20 years, having to forfeit about 15 hours, having to be forced either to sign the 40-hour contract or you are out with the reduced benefits.
How does a 40-hour week with no premiums actually affect the benefit of your members?
You must understand that you are working 195 hours per month, and your benefits are calculated based on the hours that you are working. You can't, if I was earning 5,000 per month and you reduce my hours from 45 to 40, it would mean that I've lost 15 hours, and that suggests that my salary goes down. And percentage-wise, once my salary goes down, other benefits also are decreased.
Yeah. What then do you say to this claim by the employer that you were consulted as Saccawu on these changes as part of the turnaround strategy for the company, which has been hit by the COVID-19 pandemic, the unrest as well, to the tune of, I think, 6 billion they're saying that they are in the red at this particular point?
But how many employers in this sector, how many of them cannot complain about the COVID-19, and also in addition to the July unrest? It is not that employers have not made any profit. They have made profit. They have declared that profit. And why is our members are supposed to be suffering? Why is management not being subjected to what our members have been subjected to?
How much of the strike then is also about the 130 members, or at least those who were retrenched earlier in the year, who have not been reallocated to other positions?
It's about 369, not 130, and they were given this contract. And when they were saying, but the union has not finalized the consultation, and they were told that it's either you sign this contract or you are out, without any, worst part, without any retrenchment package.
And is the union particularly opposed to the idea of mapping or repositioning people to particular positions according to their qualifications?
The main objective of the union is to save and preserve the jobs that are existing in the light of unemployment rate that is high in our country. But however, we cannot compromise the livelihood of our members. Just agree. The first thing that we wanted, we said, no, that is fine. If you want to rearrange your work, your operational, if your operational requirements requires you to rearrange the working environment, what you must do, you must look at the well-being of your employees. We're saying, we even said, let us exchange documents. We have done that with other companies on agreements that are called job flow mobility to save jobs. But they were not interested in getting into engagement with us. Even during the Section 150, we made certain proposals. They were not just interested. And worst part is that we'll be meeting with the high-level senior management of Massmart. And as soon as we come back to our offices, they implement what was not agreed and lie and deceive our members and say there's an agreement between ourselves and themselves. We have never signed any agreement of our members' working hours to be reduced to 40 hours or 120 per month.
At GAME in particular, did you sign the agreement for employees to accept alternative position following the Section 189 process?
No. We had what is called a Section 150, and in that Section 150 we agree on a team that will meet with management, and management will give them the process of the mapping. And after management has given them the process of the mapping, there'll then be a main meeting where senior management and senior leadership of the union are to come and look at this mapping and arrange to certain ramification of that proposal, and the union make inputs. Both parties agree on inputs, and then once there's an agreement, then we pen it down, both parties sign, and then this team goes back to the store to go and implement. That never happened. They would engage, and after engaging, they would say, no, the union has agreed. It is our tradition, mainly in South Africa, that the agreement between the employer and the trade union is always the signed one in black and white. We have never had a verbal or gentleman's agreement You can't have a gentleman's agreement if you know that you are dealing with a livelihood of one individual. You would be putting that one individual under a tremendous pressure of him or her unable to support his or her family.
Now, I've seen tweets from SATU, I've seen tweets from COSATU also saying they are supporting this particular strike action. Are you expecting those members to also join?
We are an affiliate of COSATU, and therefore there are companies where we share membership with Saccawu Textile, and whenever they've got an issue with their employer, we are able to go there and show the solidarity support. In actual fact, it's not only COSATU and Textile. Even the SACP has shown tremendous support in our Free State, tremendous support in our Western Cape, tremendous support in our Eastern Cape, and KZN to come and show the solidarity support to the cause of the working class.
Now, what's your position on the debate that says the approach that Saccawu is taking is unhelpful in the context of the economic recovery that all players in all sectors should be participating in, particularly if you're talking about the stakeholders at NEDLEC?
Why is Saccawu the only one which is generally blamed and the employer is not blamed? Saccawu is a trade union, and its principle and objective is to make sure that its members are not subjected to unbearable working conditions. And therefore, we cannot, in the midst of the economy recovery, subject our members to any exploitation that we have fought in the past and will continue to fight.
That is Deputy President, Second Deputy President of Saccawu, Mike Tau. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much for joining us.